is Kai and Lafayette.
We're two ex-engineers who quit our jobs to pursue the path with heart.
We believe that experience is fundamental to understanding life and its concepts.
So our weekly podcast is filmed and recorded on location from various parts of the world.
It's thanks to our Patreon members like you that we're able to produce this content regularly.
We offer varying benefits based on your pledge amount, from full-length videos of the episodes to weekly streams.
So please check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/thetheoryofliving.
Subscribe, leave us some feedback, and please share with your friends. And we're back again.
Yeah, I hate to say that, but we're back with Pong today. He gave us this awesome guide at the Elephant Rescue Park, which is an awesome place. We're going to talk about it later. But could you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name's Pong. I'm Thai, and I'm original from the northern part of Thailand, which is we call Mae Hong Son province. And right now I'm living in Chiang Mai 13 years now, and I'm working as the tour guide in the Chiang Mai city. And the day before yesterday,
a couple days ago,
I just met both of you in our tour at the Elephant Rescue Park. Right now I'm working at the Elephant Rescue Park to help and rescue the elephant around in Thailand.
Yeah, it's a pretty wonderful thing you guys are doing. Specifically, I was curious, how many rescue parks are there in the area?
Let's say that in Chiang Mai before COVID-19 there are almost 100 of the elephant park, elephant sanctuary, and there are so many of them still open for helping the elephant.
Mm-hmm.
And so many of them too, they just open for a kind of a business.
Mm.
Let's say that most of the one that open for a business right now, they are gone because of the COVID-19.
Mm.
After COVID's come, there's no tourists anymore. They just closed their park.
So what does that mean for the elephants in that situation? Are there people that still take care of them, or other sanctuaries that take on the elephants or purchase them?
Let's say that most of the elephant park, or the owner of the elephant, who really love the elephant, this is a kind of a proof that how much do you love your elephant.
Mm-hmm.
Though almost 2 years there's no income for the tourists, and this is a kind of proof that for you to show the people that you can look after your elephant.
So you're good. Just getting a little closer to you.
Yeah, you can look after your elephant with your own budget.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to find looking for maybe the extra job to pay for your elephant food, elephant medicine here.
Yeah, we talk about this often. When you have a love for something or you're passionate about something, you always find a way. It's not necessarily about the money, it's about the purpose.
You're right.
And I think that's a good example of a situation that you're in with COVID. Tourism's obviously down, but these people are very passionate and actually very caring that they're willing to go the extra mile to make sure to still give these elephants, a safe place.
And especially according my experience when I'm spend my time with the elephant in the park, mostly, it make me feel, the elephant just make me feel that they are not just only animals. I feel that they're just like a person like us, and especially the love from the animals. If you look after them good, they have such a pure love. When they love someone.
How long has it been in the culture to have like elephant sanctuaries? Have they always been regarded as maybe sacred? Because like example, you said a lot of them are using for logging and these other purposes. I guess when in Thailand did it shift from maybe these aren't creatures of the field, or like horses, things that you use to work, but also just kind of the spirituality and like the more
In Thailand, we are actually at the pastime. Let's say that at the pastime we start to using elephant for kind of transportation and for battle, protects our country, especially the king. The king at the pastime who are going out to make the wall.
Okay.
To make a colonize or protect their kingdom. The king are normally gonna ride a bull elephant with a very long tusk.
Wow.
So I'm sorry. So we don't know anything about elephants here. So are elephants indigenous to Thailand?
Let's say that with the elephant, yesterday was the Thai Elephant Day on the 13th March. Is the original of the Thai Elephant Day? It start from the greatest king of the Thai kingdom at the past time, whose name King Naresuan, who riding elephant and make the war and can get a conquer, or we say can win the war with his elephant. And after then we just consider as the 13th March every year as the Thai Elephant Days.
Okay.
Wow. So are all the elephants like from Thailand? Do they naturally were they migrated here at one point, or did they come from here? What's your question again? Sorry. So are elephants like native?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they are native
That's
to
what we
Thai
expected.
jungle.
I mean,
yeah.
But we're not 100% sure.
Yeah. They're normally, let's say that most of the elephant at the pastime, there might be like the elephant, the animals in the jungle. The people just going to kind of catch them, to using them, train them and using them for transportation. I'm talking about something that's longer than 7 or 1,000 years ago.
Right.
Right now, you cannot do a kind of you cannot go and catch the wild elephant and put in your park anymore.
Yeah.
It's illegal.
Right.
It's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah. Every domesticated elephant or the way the elephant grow with the human right now, it must be 100% domesticated elephant. I mean that those elephants have a birth certificate like a human.
Wow.
If you want to belong to that elephant, you have to pay the money, buy them from the owner.
So there's a lot of strong regulations now around that.
You're
Makes
right.
sense.
How many do we know how many wild elephants there still are?
According to information, last year we got update from the ranger who look after national park. They say that there are around 3,000 to 3,500 only in Thailand, right?
That's not a lot then, right?
Yeah, let's say that. But the member of the wild elephant in Thailand is still. It's not a lot, but it's not increasing every year. It's still stable. Let's say that around
That's not a bad
5.
thing, right?
Yeah.
This is stable. It's not
Yeah.
going down.
Yeah. I mean, you were saying that they live up to 100 years as well.
Yeah.
And then what's the average lifespan? Is it similar to humans?
Oh, yeah.
maybe
Let's say
Okay.
that just same like a human. It's depend on I think it's depend on how healthy or how good of their life.
Right. Also
Uh,
maintenance, right? How
yeah.
good like your owner's taking care of
You're
them,
right. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're, I mean that most of the wild elephant out there actually can live the maximum only maybe 60 to 70, because the main reason is came from their teeth. When the elephant turn to 50 to 60, they're gonna start to losing all of the teeth, can't eat the food anymore.
It's like a human then, right?
After that.
Yeah.
But for the one grow with a human, actually, if even they lose all of their teeth, most of the owner they have a kind of the machine to grind the food for the elephant to feed
Okay.
them. That's why some domesticated one they might be can live a little bit longer.
Right.
The longest one in Thailand, according to record, right now she already passed away from us. She can live almost 120 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Very long.
It's amazing for such a big creature too. I mean,
Do you want to talk about the elephant that you told us about?
Yeah.
your rescue park bought her
Yeah.
because she was injured, but owner wasn't able to take care of her.
Yeah.
That was a really good story, I think.
That girl, let's say that is start at the 2015. At that time, the owner of the elephant using his elephant to make money at one of the riding camp in Chiang Mai. But unfortunately, that elephant, when she working around the park, she got an accident by step on sharp metal, and her legs got an infection. And later on, the owner just brought her to our park, asking for help, asking for the medicine to do the treatment for this elephant. And at the beginning, we tried to help this elephant with our team, our veterinarian team in the rescue park, but finally we can't help her, and we decided to bring her to the elephant hospital. After we brought her to the elephant hospital, all of the veterinarians are working very hard. Her back leg on the right side was broke. If it happened with the wild elephant, I can say that it take not longer than a week, elephant can die. But this elephant, even she have a broken leg, but she can live more than 1 year. So she's one of the long life with a broken leg.
Right.
After we brought her to the elephant hospital, the veterinarian tried to do so many things with her, try to help her, make the food splint for her, but after that it doesn't work. The foot splint was broke. As I told
you were saying that was the first cast made for
You're right.
an elephant, right? And I mean, thing looked huge and massive, but
Right.
her body weight is around 3,600 kilograms.
wow.
It makes sense that she's broke all of the foot splint, everything.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It'd be really hard to reinforce with some type of cast. Seems
Right.
like you need like steel or something of that nature.
Right.
And I got one of the very kind of a good story during going to help one of the elephant in Pai. Pai is just a small city next to Chiang Mai, about 100 kilometers. The owner of the elephant park just phoned to the owner of my park, Mr. Keith. After he phoned, he asking for help. His elephant cannot drop the poop almost 2 days, and if you'll still keep it like that, not more than 1 day, elephant can die.
Wow.
And me and our team, we just went to that park directly. After we arrived at that place, we start to give her a medicine and inject a medicine for her, and we try to help her by
Right.
it out.
Getting it out of their hands,
Yeah.
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 I
take
think
the
it's just
poop out.
very normal without other animals as well.
Yeah,
You're right,
farm
you're right.
animals,
Yeah.
You're right.
bigger creatures. And you were saying, sorry.
Yeah, the elephant that passed because of her leg.
Oh yeah,
problem.
yeah. Sorry.
What was her name, by the way? I forgot her name.
Her name's Jep.
Jep?
Jep.
She only 34 years old at
Okay.
that time.
So
And
young.
then she passed, and you guys actually buried her.
Yeah, we
at
just
the
brought
park.
her body back to the park,
Wow.
and we bury her. We are actually invite the monk come and pray for her every year, for a kind of remind ourselves that we lose her. We have to keep rescue and help the another poor elephant.
Right. So do you guys do that for all elephants? Or
oh, yeah.
She's the special case?
Let's say that if the another elephant pass away from us at the park, we're gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
Do the same thing because in our culture, elephant is kind of the special animals.
Right.
If one of them pass away from you, it's just like one of the
Family members.
your family member. Yeah,
Can
you're
you imagine? I mean, they live as long as human being. I mean, I can't imagine the loss and
Devastating.
Yeah, I can totally understand. I think that is. I mean, we do that in Buddhism and Confucius as well. That your family member dies, you do ritual annually, right? So I don't think that's too much to do for elephants. Also, you said that the owner, when she got hurt, Jap, she wasn't able to financially afford the care,
Yeah.
so you guys bought her
Yep.
from him, and then
Yeah.
you said that that was about 10,000 baht.
Yeah. Or let's say that almost 1 million baht at that
1
time.
1 million baht.
1 million
Wow.
baht. The 10,000 baht is just the cost for transport her to the elephant hospital at that time. We have to rent a big crane and also rent a big truck. Took her to the elephant hospital. It costs around 10,000 baht. But the price that we are actually paid to the owner is around 1 million baht in Thai, which is almost 30,000 US dollar. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's super
Very
expensive
expensive.
at that time. But at that time, we didn't care about the money. We just want to help this elephant. But finally, we can't save her. But at least we just try our
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, I think that speaks to, you know, how much Thai people care about elephants. But also, I mean, we're not advertising
Yeah.
Elephant Rescue Park, but I mean, that personally spoke to me that how much your rescue park really care about elephants, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it was not because of money that you guys bought her, right?
Let's say that almost 2 years that we don't have any tourists going to visit our park, and we have 8 elephants in our park. Each elephant eat about 10% from their body weight per day. It's around 200 to 300 kilogram. And they eat a lot. This means you also have to order the food for them per day.
Right.
Food and fruit, and also a medicine to keep a kind of a vitamin to keep them healthy. It costs a lot of the money. We still keep all of them in the park, even in the bad situation for us. The owner have to loan the money from the bank too, just for pay money for food, for medicine.
Yeah, you guys I remember you went and cut down sugarcane.
Yeah.
And I was curious, how much of the land there can you use for food crop and development to feed them as well? Or is that just supplementary type food?
Normally the food that we order for them every day, it just came from the local people who are living at that area. All of the food that we buy, we just buy from the local people. I kind of support the local people too. All of the local people are there. Most of the local people, not all of them, they're just a farmer.
Yeah.
And they're just most of them are just low income people.
Yeah.
We just try to support each other.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good way to be.
We,
It's a community, right?
You're right. That's why in the bad situation, when we don't have any tourists in the fruit season, we also got some donation from the local people too.
Wow.
A donation as a mango. We got some mango for free, and some of them just donate some watermelon.
Wow.
And even the sugar cane on the grass. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge benefit for you guys
Yeah.
and for them as well. How many people are employed there? Because there's quite a few people there.
You're right. We have 8 elephants in our park, and we also have a 7 carer. Carer is mean the guy who look after the elephant.
Right.
And we are also even my boss. He also living in the park. It's totally around maybe 10 people at the park or help and look after elephant every day.
Okay.
Every day.
So, like your role specifically, you do a lot of the guiding. How involved are you with the care and the assistance as well? Is it pretty much wherever you can help? Is like everybody kind of just throws a helping hand where the need is, or is it very?
You mean how we can help those elephants?
Yeah. So for like your role, right? Like
Yep.
you give tours, but do you also help like feed and maintain?
Yeah. Normally, if I have a chain, normally in our park, we also have a land for growing the food for the elephant. If I have a chain, me and my team, we just grow some food for the elephant
Okay.
too. But that food, it's not enough for them.
Yeah.
We just grow to save our budget
Yeah.
in the pandemic time.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Have you ever had a scary experience with one of the elephants, or something where you're like, oh,
Scary experience it was happened with me one time. Let's say that elephants are quite scared of the small animals, any small animals. I just walk with one of the girl, her left eye she's blinded, and I just keep walking, follow on her back, follow on her back, and there was one of our dog just came with me. I didn't see her. Actually, we not allow our dog walk with us during we walk with the elephant. And that dog just run to chase something at the front of the elephant and make the elephant just get frightening, and the elephant start running after that. Which is I just stay on her back side. She almost step on me.
Oh.
But I just jump after that. Jump and I'm still here now.
That's what we're saying. I mean, I'm sure those elephants, recognize you guys, and they're not really aggressive to people.
Yeah.
But I think the danger really occurs unintentionally, right?
You're right.
Yeah. If they just step on your food, I mean, you're done, right?
You're right. She's a 4 ton now. She's a 4,000 kilogram. If she step on my feet, let's say that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You get in big trouble.
Right. I wanted to ask you, this is not the brightest part of elephant sanctuary tourism, but because the tourism has almost died the last 2 years, and I've heard that some sanctuaries are not so ethical. They abuse elephants and not so kind to elephants. What do you think they're doing? They're surviving. To survive during this time.
Let's say that in this case, that I have seen before, some elephant park, they are not really belong. They don't have any elephant. When the pandemics come, they just turn those elephant back to the owner. They just rent the elephant from the owner. Mostly the elephant in Chiang Mai. Let's say that they just came from the kind of the hill tribe people on the top of the hill outside of the city, and these people are some rich people or some people who can do the marketing for the tour. They just open the elephant park and making open the kind of maybe something riding camp or elephant care or anything else. They're just go and rent those elephant from the owner, pay for them maybe 15 or 10,000 baht per month, and open as their elephant park.
Wow.
Those people they are not belong that elephant. That's why the point is about the food or the way that they look after the elephant. They don't really care because those elephant is not belong to them. They care only about tourists, how many tourists they're gonna come to visit their park per day.
Wow. So I imagine though that there's probably no tourism as far as like Thai people. No Thai person would go to that type of tourist place, right?
You're right.
Okay, so it's incredibly shunned upon. So for anybody out there watching this, if you're riding an elephant or going somewhere, then that's not an elephant sanctuary in that regard. I imagine, right? That's unethical.
I think a lot of people by now know that. I think a lot of people try to avoid that kind of places.
You're right. I'm agree with that thing because I feel, let's say that 10 years ago in Thailand, our government used to make a big advertising about riding elephant in Thailand, but later on most of the tourists just realize about that problem. That thing is not a kind of a good thing for the elephant. But in this case, let me tell you something like this. Even in our park, we don't do a riding elephant, but our generation at the past time, we used to using elephant for transportation, right? But why do we say that riding elephant is bad? Let's say that first thing, it just came from the, like I told you, that some people just rent the elephant from the hill people, and come put the elephant at a riding camp, put a big basket on elephant's back, and use those elephant carry the people so long term per day. Carrying this group, drop and pick up the another group and go around, do the same thing for like 8 hours per day. This thing you could make elephant not really happy at all.
Too much.
They're too much. You're right. But normally, if we compare between elephant and horse, elephant much more stronger than horse. Elephant can carry the weight on the back like 20% from their body weight. It's around 400 to 800 kilogram.
Wow.
2 or 3 double stronger than horse. If you're riding them by the right way, you didn't use anything to hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
You're riding them with love for half an hour, and you just look after them like a part of your family.
Yeah.
This thing, it doesn't hurt elephant at all.
Yeah.
But if you're still doing a riding elephant for the business, I can say that thing, it could abuse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's too
Bad
much.
for the elephant,
And then
too much.
I can think of this way too, that like you don't have any relationship,
Yeah.
right? As a tourist, you're just forcing them to do it rather than if you have a relationship,
You're right.
like it's a necessity, right?
You're right.
Right. So I think there's a huge difference between them.
Yeah, and as any country develops, right, we have more technology that can substitute the need
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
animals and these things. And I think even in the U.S., a lot of things like they still have horse races. I think eventually they'll be
Yeah.
considered unethical and will move away, right? Just as technology progresses, there's no need for that. And-
I think. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
No,
keep going.
no.
No. I think you're not done.
yeah, but just as
Too kind to
you
each
know,
other. But behind the camera,
oh
though,
yeah, nothing but
fist fight.
This is acting, very good acting. But yeah, I think ethically, as we get closer to having more technology, that we're going to start seeing that a lot of the ways we've treated animals are, again, ethics are only according to the time period, right? There was a time period where we needed to use these beasts, I use that not pejoratively, but as labor
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
build
you're right.
and to develop
You're right.
and things like that. And so, hundreds of years ago or whatever the time frame is, it was acceptable and understandable.
Yes.
But now in this day and age where we have so many different means,
Yeah.
it's harder to be understanding towards. And that's, that speaks to what you're saying. Thailand tourism 10 years ago,
Yeah.
they were even, showing like, oh yeah, come ride elephants and shifting out of that. And I think
You're
that's
right.
a wonderful
You're
thing.
And as I told you that the government used to make advertising for riding elephant about 10 or 20 years ago, but some riding camp, they just do a riding elephant only for money. They don't really care about the quality of the food and even the healthy, how healthy of the elephants are. Not healthy. The word healthy is not only about their body, even their mind. They're supposed to be happy and enjoy with those activity with you too. Not only you just keep forcing them or sitting on the top of them and forcing them to carry you the whole day like that.
Thanks for joining us this week. We hope you found some value in this episode.
Please check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/thetheoryofliving.
Subscribe, leave us feedback, and share us with your friends.
Get out there and design a theory that calls you to experience.
We'll see you next week. Thanks.